You're now watching stunning 360 degrees and drone views from my epic uphill off-road journey. Buckle up for rugged trails, wild terrain, and breathtaking views from above and all around. So watch till the end, and please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. What is up, guys? Welcome to the one and only Blair PlayHouse, where stories ignite, characters come alive, and every moment is a showstopper. Lights on, curtain up, let the magic begin. It's time to hook up the trailer and load up the excavator, getting everything ready for this off-road adventure. Let's roll out and see what the trail has in store. Driving a heavy load trailer through steep, narrow mountain roads isn't just about horsepower. It's about headspace. Out here, every turn is a puzzle. Every incline is a calculation. You gotta be conscious, focused, clever. One wrong judgment, one missed angle, and you're not just off the road, you're off the mountain. The curves don't forgive. The road won't wait. You either respect it, or it humbles you fast. With tons of steel strapped to your back, every movement counts. You don't just drive the truck, you feel it. Every vibration, every lean into a curve, every shift in weight when the trailer tugs at you on a U-turn. The U-turns uphill are where the game changes. That's where trailers try to drift wide, fight your steering, and pull you off bounds. You got to think 3 moves ahead. Watch your mirrors like a hawk. Be patient. Be calm. Trust your judgment, and more importantly, trust your machine. Every journey has its story, and this one begins not on smooth asphalt, but on a rugged, unforgiving path etched into the side of a mountain. Today it's me, my truck, and a loaded trailer carrying a massive excavator facing nature's rawest terrain. This truck, it's not just a vehicle, it's a partner. The way it handles weight, the torque it delivers uphill, the stability it holds in those brutal turns, it's everything. People think the real danger only lives in the hills, in the cliffs, the climbs, the steep drops. But sometimes it's the straight road that hits the hardest. I was cruising steady, long, flat stretch ahead. The kind of road that looks easy until it isn't. Out of nowhere, the front right tire sank into a rut. A deep tire-shaped groove left behind by something even heavier than me. And in an instant, the steering went numb. It was like the wheel locked up. I turned left. Nothing. Turned harder. Still nothing. The truck kept drifting, slow but steady, being dragged to the right by the weight behind me. That trailer, loaded and relentless, was no longer following. It was leading, pulling the whole rig sideways toward the edge of the road. And I could feel it. That subtle tilt, that stubborn lean, that moment you know you got seconds to act. I didn't panic. You can't panic when you're hauling this kind of weight. I eased off the throttle, kept it balanced. Light touches, just enough to ease the tire out of the rut without yanking the whole load off balance. One wrong move, and that trailer could have whipped harder. On roads like this, you don't fight the weight. You guide it, gently, carefully, like you're talking it down off a ledge. When the tire finally popped free and I felt the steering respond, I knew I had the rig back. Not just the machine, but the moment. Flat roads can be deceptive. They wear down, turn soft in spots, trap tires like quicksand. They test your awareness, your patience, and your instinct to stay in control when everything wants to pull you off course. It's not always the steep climbs that get you. Sometimes it's the quiet stretches, the calm-looking roads that remind you how quickly things can shift. As I begin the climb, the road narrows with every meter. The engine growls under the weight, pulling tons of metal against gravity. With each bend, the mountain demands precision. One wrong move, and gravity takes control. There's no room for error, no shoulder to fall back on. Just a tight, winding track, and the edge of the world staring back. Then it happens. On a steep uphill U-turn, the trailer slips, metal grinding against dirt, wheels losing traction. For a second, time stretches. The back end swings outward, dangerously close to the edge. My heart races. Hands firm on the wheel, I adjust, gently, steadily, fighting the pull. It's a delicate balance between throttle and patience. The mountain doesn't care if you're ready. It just tests you, again and again. Against all odds, I push forward. The rig finds grip again, crawling over rocks and gravel. Each meter feels like a small victory. It's more than just driving. It's taming the wild. With every twist, every turn, I become more connected with the road. The truck becomes part of me. Or maybe I become part of it. And that's where my Mercedes comes in. This truck, it's not just a vehicle. It's a partner. The way it handles weight, the torque it delivers uphill, the stability it holds in those brutal turns. It's everything. This truck listens. It responds. Whether I'm feathering the throttle on a climb or easing the trailer down a tight slope, it moves with me, not against me. That kind of trust, that's rare. And once you have it, there's no going back. On roads like these, you need more than power. You need precision. And with this setup, I've got both. I know where the weight is. I know how the trailer will react. And I know that when things get tricky, this truck's got my back. People think it's all just brute force. Big engines, loud gears, but it's a mind game, a chess match with the mountain. And when you're hauling big loads through tight spaces, you've got to think like a tactician and move like a machine. Out here, it's just me, the mountain, and this incredible machine. And every time I make it through a curve, every climb I conquer, I'm reminded why I do this. Halfway up the hill, I entered another world. The sun was long gone, hidden behind a heavy blanket of clouds. The air had changed, cooler, thinner. Every breath felt deeper, every sound quieter, except for the steady hum of the diesel engine and the rhythmic crunch of tires on loose gravel. I was carrying a heavy load, an excavator chained tight to the trailer, and with every meter forward, the weight felt heavier, not just on the rig, but on me. The clouds dropped lower, cloaking the mountain in mist. Visibility narrowed. The road seemed to dissolve at the edges, like it wasn't real anymore. Just a narrow ribbon floating above the valley below. My blood pressure was high. I could feel my pulse pounding in my neck, my hands gripping the wheel tighter than usual. Not from fear, not from panic, but from knowing what I was carrying and where I was carrying it. The valley wind rushed through the open window, brushing past my face like a whisper from the mountain. It was cold, but grounding, like the hill was reminding me, you're just a visitor here. Every switchback, every turn felt alive. The trailer rocked behind me with a quiet rhythm, not violent, just steady, like it too understood the dance, a partnership between machine, mountain, and man. There's a strange beauty in being this alone, in this much space. The noise of the world fades out, the pressure of the job, the schedule, the expectations. All of it goes quiet, and what's left is just instinct, breath, and the road. There was no traffic, no noise, no human presence for miles. Just me, my rig, and the clouds wrapping around the mountain like smoke from an ancient fire. After the grind comes a gift. The sun spills across the ridgeline like gold poured from the sky. Every leaf catches the light. Every curve in the land tells a story millions of years old. Out here, surrounded by giants of stone and earth, time slows down. There's a kind of silence up here that's not empty. It's full of wind, full of warmth, full of life. The kind of silence that wraps around you like a blanket and makes the world feel wide open. Looking out from the cab, every direction holds something new. Rolling hills that stretch beyond vision. Forests that shimmer like emerald waves. Skies painted in perfect gradients of blue. In moments like this, you don't just see the beauty, you feel it. It humbles you. Reminds you that no matter the road, no matter the struggle, the earth has a way of making it all worth it. This is why we chase the wild roads. Not just for the challenge, but for this reward. Pure, untouched, and absolutely unforgettable. As if the mountain decides I've earned it, the views open up. Endless valleys stretch beneath a golden sky. The sun pierces through drifting clouds. For a moment, the struggle fades. This is why I do it. The peace that comes after the storm. Then I took the next turn. One more, then another. Slow, clean, controlled. Because in the heart of that mountain, above the tree line, below the sky, I had found my rhythm. And no storm, no load, no pressure could take that away from me. The climb wasn't over, but I knew one thing. I was built for this, and so was my machine. Out here, it's just me, the mountain, and this incredible machine. And every time I make it through a curve, every climb I conquer, I'm reminded why I do this. And why this Mercedes is the best thing that's ever happened to me behind the wheel. As the climb comes to an end, I look back at the path behind me. Scarred, dangerous, but beautiful. The kind of beauty you have to earn. Thanks for riding with me on this unforgettable journey. The mountain gave me a fight, but also a view I'll never forget. Until the next trail, stay wild, stay driven,